Welcome to Tilted Perceptions Podcast, episode 10, starring me, Jimmy B. All right, there's a lot of things I want to talk about. There's a lot of stuff going on in this world. Everyone's divided. Everybody's filled with hate, propaganda, social media. It's bad. I'm concerned. Very concerned with what I've been observing. I haven't been keeping up much on the news as of recently. I'm trying to stay out of it as much as possible. I find more peace that way. However, I also like to know what's going on in this world. I think people have me misunderstood. People probably consider me a right-wing extremist, which I'm not. Anybody that knows me knows that I'm more anti-government. I really don't like politics, care too much about them. But in this day and age, maybe it's because I'm getting older and I have children that I feel like I have to know what's going on or be somewhat involved and make a informed, conscious decision on what I think is best for the future. I think both parties have flaws. When I vote, it's usually the lesser of two evils. I could go on and on and on. But I'm skeptical. For example, I obviously am more conservative than I am progressive, which means I voted for Donald Trump. I did not vote for Kamala Harris. But stuff's not happening like I thought it would happen, in a sense. Like, where are the Epstein files? I want to see them. I think the whole world wants to see them. So, whatever that bogus binders given to the journalist of Epstein files phase 1 just really got me kind of irritated and pissed off, you know. They say that they were going to release it to the public, and they haven't released it. So now I'm thinking, you know, are both sides of the aisle really extremely, corrupt, or are we getting played by everyone, and like it doesn't matter which side we're on? And there don't get me wrong, I believe that there's corrupt politicians on both sides. Honestly, probably the only solution would be to eradicate the government altogether and like start anew with new people and get rid of all the old, greedy, corrupt politicians that have been in their positions of power for decades. You know, it's not working. We need to find something different. But anyways, so yeah, I'm a little skeptical, if I'm being honest, of everything that's going on. I'm unsure. I'm just kind of watching. But as I'm watching, I'm also observing how much everyone hates each other and how there's this great divide that is happening amongst Americans. I mean, it's always been divided in a political sense, where you have your progressives, your conservatives, your independents, and the people in the middle. Now it's like so extreme that I feel like it's almost like pick a side. Pick a side, and once you pick that side, let's be as angry and as hateful as possible, and like not have any like grown adult conversation. Let's resort to calling names, hate speech, verbal attacks, verbal assaults. Let's go on social media and just badmouth the other side just because, even if it's a good idea, because they're on the other team. Let's just spread the hate. Let's just keep perpetuating the hate, um, like a bunch of cheerleaders. It's it's so bizarre, and it's not good for people. It's not good for the spirit. I know this from experience of just carrying around resentments and anger. And when we carry around resentments and anger, and our day revolves around going on the internet just to, you know, talk shit about Orange Man, or, you know, talk shit about the Democrats, vice versa. It all it does is it feeds the monster. It destroys our insides. It keeps this divide happening, and it's so far divided that there will never be the common ground, it seems. It's like these Senate votes are like all the Republicans vote yes, all the Democrats vote no. All the Democrats vote yes, all the Republicans vote no. There's no common middle ground anymore. It's so far gone. And that's kind of sad, honestly. We should be able to have hard discussions. We should be able to try to see other people's point of views and not just blindly hate them because they think different. That stuff bothers me. I see it. It's rampant in today's America. And I consider myself an observer. I observe a lot. I don't say a lot. Sometimes I speak up on social media or whatever, but for the most part, I love my peace, and I try not to engage. It's easier said than done sometimes, especially. And what I realize about myself is when I'm engaging in some rhetoric online, or passionately posting about something, it's because it comes from a place of fear and worry for the future of my children, really. And but I noticed that when I don't engage and I just mind my own business and I just watch and I just observe, I have so much more peace internally, and that's important. It's important to me. My peace is priceless today, and yeah, there's not a lot of peace out there right now. There's not. You got to find it. You got to find it within. You got to do some work on yourself, because what I see is the opposite of peace. I just see constant hate, constant attacks, constant bullying, constant swarms of people trying to prove their point that will never be proven, because people's egos and hard heads will not ever see it from a different lens. And I probably won't see it through the different lens of what I believe either, but I'm not attacking people. I'm not trying to shove my opinion down your throat. I actually appreciate that you have an opinion, and whatever you believe, cool, right on. That's what you believe, keep doing you. And I've always been that way. What bothers me a lot is when I don't care what you believe, but you start attacking me for what I believe. yeah, it's hypocritical. It's no one deserves that. Uh, just because you think it right doesn't mean that it's true. Just because you think your opinions are better or more thought out doesn't mean that you know all my life experiences and what I've went through and why I formed the thoughts and opinions that I have through my own experiences. It doesn't make anyone right. It doesn't make anyone wrong. If supposedly you're supposed to be so loving and tolerant, why does it bother you so much that I think differently? Why does it bother you so much that I voted for Trump? Why does it bother you so much that I lean more conservative than I do liberal? Like there's 71 million other people that voted the same way I did. Why are you so mad at me? It's just wild. I don't know what the solution is either. And it seems like there's instances and things that happen and you think that, this is going to be the thing that's going to change people's minds, that's going to bring us together. And that never happens. It seems to just take us further away and divide us more. It boggles my mind and I don't understand it. So yeah, I'm concerned. Very concerned. And social media isn't real life, you know. This this is funny to me, okay? There's a lot of internet thugs, right? Internet bullies that just post rhetoric, all over the fucking internet, and it's very off-putting. And then you see them in person and they don't have the same type of energy at all. They pretend like they like you and, shake your hand, but I'm sure that as soon as you're gone, they're talking shit about you. I see that all the time. To me, that's fake. I've never disrespected anybody on the internet. I've been disrespected many times on the internet. It's phony. It's fake. It's not real life. It's like, but in the same breath, those people that are spreading hate and this rhetoric, that's obviously how they really feel, So when you see them and they pretend to be these loving, tolerant, and compassionate people, to me, you're a fucking phony. I cannot look at you the same anymore once I see that at all. It's just, I don't know. Doesn't align with what I believe as a man and my values. And I don't like phony people. I don't like fake people. I don't like hypocrites. And I see a lot of that. And what I also realize is that I may be somewhat, popular on social media, but I don't hang out with people, man. I'm like a solo person. I force myself to be interactive with people, especially in my recovery life, because I have to. My life depends on it. I'm a father to my 2 daughters, and so I have that going for me, and I focus on work. But outside of my daughters and work and recovery, I don't really hang out with too many people. The less people I hang out with, the less drama there is in my life. I enjoy my own company. I like being by myself. I don't need anyone or anything. I don't need anyone for approval. I don't need anybody to be happy. I'm content just the way I am by myself, and relationships with other people get complicated. That's where you really got to practice spiritual principles, so I find a lot of peace when I'm by myself, and when I'm not interacting with other people and and picking up on their bad vibes and their negative energy, and I can just kind of do my own thing, I'm content, and I find a lot of peace and serenity in that space. And like I said, then I'll hop on the internet and see everybody at war with each other, and it's all propaganda. It really is. It's propaganda on the left, propaganda on the right. It's We are literally polar opposites of people, but we're exactly the same. We wholeheartedly believe what we believe, and we think that it's true, and we will not waver in our beliefs. But I will say this, that I see hate coming a lot more from one side than the other. Not saying that hate doesn't come from both sides, but I see a lot more hate coming from one side than the other. And it just continues to be that way. And what a time to be alive. What a weird generation this is. Nobody can agree on everything. We're just feel like we're so ass backwards, and it has a lot to do with this technology, and this social media. And I honestly feel like that, we are puppets. The American people are puppets. There's, elites that are pulling the strings, and it's just like one big chess game to them, and they're, pinning people against each other, and they're trying to cause division, and they're trying to cause hate, and I've talked about this before, but I believe it to be true, that the age-old rule, divide and conquer. If we're divided, then we can't come together and, take our country back, because we're so divided. That's why all this information and all this propaganda and all these biases, are prevalent today, because they want conservatives to hate liberals. They want liberals to hate conservatives. They want people to agree on vaccines, and they want people, non-vaxxers, to agree that they don't need one. They want pro-vax versus no-vax people to argue. They want to make sure that they plaster the news story that will cause racial conflict. Like, they want to show the story of a white cop killing a black guy, even though many different races and people shoot each other every day in this world. They want to show you the one that's going to cause the most conflict and the most racial divide, to get everybody in their feelings and emotions, to cause divide. And add anything to the list. Anything that is controversial, that pins two sides against each other, that's exactly what they want. They don't want us to come together. They want to keep us divided. And so I guess I said all that to say this, is I feel like all of this is by design, and they're keeping us suppressed, and they're keeping people's positive spirits dumbed down. They're stealing our money. And that bothers me too, is that the whole Elon Doge thing, I feel like I've always been for, like, auditing the government. Let me see where my money's going. Like, literally has been no receipts. They pass all these bills, they raise our taxes, they steal all our money, and we don't ever see what it goes to. Yet our roads are still fucked up, and they obviously get greedy, because they keep raising the fucking taxes even more every year. It's always something else. They need more money, which basically, if they need more money, means I get less money, which is bullshit, because I work hard for my money, and anyways, so I've always said, like, yeah, man, somebody needs to, audit the government. So I feel like that's what's happening, and they're uncovering a lot of bullshit. And then I'm not going to get into the hearsay of, I don't know. People will argue about anything, man. But if like we find that we're literally sending millions and billions of dollars to other countries for like Medicare or some bullshit fucking agenda, I didn't agree to that. I don't want my money going to other countries. Keep it in America. There's so many problems here. Like, I wouldn't have nearly as big of a problem if the receipts started to show that we spent the money trying to take care of our homeless vets, or clean up the housing problem, or help people who are struggling, or spent money on trying to battle the fentanyl opioid addiction crisis, or something like that. But none of the receipts are showing that. It's showing that we're doing shit that has nothing to fucking do with America. And I'm not okay with that. I'm not. But people will try to say that, I don't know. It's really bizarre, but they want to blame Elon and think he's this evil person for uncovering it. It's just, it doesn't make any sense to me. And I'm just going to say it, liberals were all about, saving the environment in electric cars. And now, since Elon is this person that is kind of in Trump's cabinet and uncovering fraud, all of a sudden they want to burn Teslas. They want to fucking, graffiti all over these vehicles and take them back. And, so do you really care about the environment? Or is your hate so strong that you cannot, see past the hate? It's just, the whole thing is just very hypocritical and bizarre. But anyways, back to my original point is that I feel like regardless if it's Elon or any fucking buddy else, I don't care. Somebody needs to be looking at where the money's going, and the American people deserve to see that. American people deserve to see where the money's going. Show me where it's going, and let the American people decide what to do with all these tax dollars, because it's out of control. These people are greedy. These people are just stealing our money. That's how I feel, and something needs to change. It's in this age of just constant, endless fucking information. What is right and what is wrong, what is real and what is not. And then add AI to the mix, you don't even know what the fuck is true anymore. You can't differentiate what is real and what is not real. And I feel like that's by design too. So I said this before, and I'm going to say it again, that show me all the information, and all the information that I soak in, all the information that I see, I'm going to discern what I believe to be true or not. And I'm going to do that from my own experiences in my life, everything that I grew up around, all the things that I've seen, all the things that I've done. Add all of it to the pot of who I am as a person, and I am going to form my beliefs and opinions based on who I am, how I was raised, and what I believe in my soul. In the deepest part of my soul and being, I believe certain things, and that's what I fucking believe. I don't need a fucking article to prove to you my belief. I believe what I believe because that's what I believe. Fuck you if you can't handle that. Seriously, I don't need a source to prove to anyone why I am the way that I am. I am the way that I am because that's who I am. I'm Jimmy fucking Bennett. I believe what I fucking believe, and that's it. There should be no more discussion. I don't need to source anything. I'm tired of that. What's your source? What's your source? What's your fucking source? I know what my source is, and I don't need to show it to you. My source comes from within. That shit bothers me. a lot, you know. Um, so, what is the solution to all this? More love, less hate, more compassion, less self righteousness. These are things that can be accomplished, but it is up to each and every one of us individually in our own lives. And I'm just on here on this podcast speaking my mind, and you will never catch me on spewing hate all over people's posts. You'll never catch me doing that. But just know this: if I post something controversial, I'll watch all the people that gravitate towards my posts and start spewing hate and rhetoric and self-righteousness. It's a battle of minds and egos. Politics suck, and more will be revealed. I don't think that this administration and Trump is as bad as everybody makes him out to be. I don't think that he's Hitler. I don't think that he's a Nazi. I don't think that he's a racist. I don't think that he's a bigot. I know that a lot of people believe those things, but that's where the propaganda comes in, right? That's exactly what they want you to believe. So we're all being lied to. We're all being lied to. Have you ever... I don't know. I'm not going to convince anybody. I'm not. But so I can speak for myself, If I watched a newscast or listened to somebody speak and I usually know or have a good inclination if somebody is fucking lying or telling the truth. Do you? Have you? I don't know. I've been lied to a lot of my life. I've had lots of conversations with people. I've been around a lot of shady people. It's not hard to tell when somebody's lying or when somebody's telling the truth or a partial truth or something, So, I don't know. Pay attention to what people are saying. Maybe try to step away for a minute. Try to step out of the political arena and look at everything from afar. Start doing your own research and learning about different things and try to look at it from a different perspective or different point of view. That's what happened for me. I didn't care about politics at all. I voted blindly. And I was able to just step away and look at everything from a different perspective. And what I realized doing that is that not everything that is being fed to you is true for both sides, and that there's more going on than we know. And some of it is very disturbing, very disgusting. And I just hope that all truth comes to light. It has to. I hope everybody awakens spiritually and elevates to the next level of their consciousness. I'm rooting for everybody. I want to see everybody win. I don't hate you. I don't like the hate that I see, but I don't hate you. I hope that you find peace within, and that you enjoy your life and you spend less time in fear, um, hating a party or one person more than you spend time enjoying life, finding reasons to laugh and reasons to smile. Yeah. So with that, that's all for today. I think I've said enough, and I will see you guys on the next one.